Well, everything is just coming to a head, isn't it? And we already know that 2 of the best party members in the game are going to be involved. I told you we'd be seeing Olivier again. But now, back to Estelle and Joshua, debriefing at the guild. They don't even know what's going on, and the situation's got even worse than even they expected. We've got the calculator back, the professor's safe, but things are certainly bad. Very, very, very bad. Thing is though, he's on the run and we probably shouldn't even tell you his location. The less people know, the better. Especially since our opponent leads the intelligence division. Yep, we're heading there anyway, but it looks like everything is gonna end at the Royal Capital. Well, the answer is definitely no, but we have to anyway. Yes, that's the thing, you actually did directly fight a couple of soldiers who kinda saw Estelle and Joshua, so that's a little bit weird. And, well, you're gonna need luck to deal with all the questioning you're inevitably gonna be getting. Let's hope he's safe. I mean, getting an audience with the Queen would be difficult under normal circumstances, but now? But hey, are we finally gonna go on an airship to somewhere? Well, good to know that she handles the expenses for us. And, well, why am I not surprised? That is 4 down and 1 more to go. Let's hope we're not forced to tell anyone what we got that recommendation for, while LeBeurle is like this. And we also get plus 8 BP for the factory incident due to finding all the smoke canisters. Professor's whereabouts? Ah, there we go, plus 6 BP for not getting seen. 290 is the magic number that we should have right now. Also a lot of, a lot of money. Also, we actually, since we've been diligent in getting every single BP we can, we are already the maximum rank we can achieve in this game, so we get the Gladiator Belt, which is an extremely good accessory, one of the best in the entire game. Remember when I said earlier that anything with Gladiator in its name is amazing? I'll show that right after we get, freed from this cutscene. So, here we go, Gladiator Belts. This thing gives you automatic CP regeneration during battle. You lose a little bit of defense, but it's a small price to pay for that. It's actually, like, if you're having trouble, it's kind of ridiculous on Chloe, seeing as, yeah, you can basically spam her S-Craft and be pretty much invincible. Okay, so for now, we can't do anything except head to the airport. So notice how we don't get a yes or no option here. Don't worry, you have not crossed a point of no return yet. In fact, the fact that you don't get a yes or no option kind of implies that you won't quite be leaving the region just yet. So don't worry too much if you have any unfinished business right now. Oh, hi Antoine. I'm gonna miss you. I love translating your dialogue. Yeah, I'm sure they warned you they were gonna use you as part of the scheme. And Estelle's none the wiser that, you know, him being there was actually all part of the plan. And Gustav, we owe you a lot of thanks, considering what you did for us back then. Of course you have. Well, that's not good. We kinda need to get out of here right now, then. I'm sure everyone here is gonna be really frustrated, but... this means that it seems like the money that Killiker spent on the airline tickets might be wasted. So, yep, no airship for us this time. Just like Estelle wanted, we had to go on foot. Well, that's good to know. Looks like we got out of there just in time. This one isn't quite that airship from earlier that we saw ambush Chloe. Yeah, he certainly has very far-reaching plans. I don't blame her at this point, though. Okay, so now that we're free of that, before we do anything else... Please tell me I did not miss the opportunity to do this. Okay, yes, they do let you go this way. Yep, we have to trek all the way back to Airleton briefly. Ah, here we go. Yep, you have to talk to this guy. Carnelia Chapter 8. Yeah, another one of the more jerkishly hidden ones. It's even more jerkish since you probably wouldn't think you'd even be allowed to leave town at this point. At least not in that direction. You can go back here to confer with Killiker about what's going on. Yeah, we need to leave right now. No time for distractions. Except talking to Gustav here. This just gives you a little bit of background on how these people are avoiding anything suspicious coming up in the army inspection. This will actually be the last chance we ever get to fully replenish our CP at these baths too, so might as well. And also, might as well say goodbye to Mrs. Mao before we leave. We'll tell him when we next see him, hopefully. And hey, you're not invisible anymore. Yeah, I would definitely recommend stocking up on specialty eggnog right now. Aha! Yes, Handmaid is still here! And we can also talk to the father here. Just for a little bit of thanks for Agate recovering. Well, yeah, we kinda have to leave town now, so let's stop getting sidetracked and do that. I will see you at the gate. Well, that was a completely, like, just giant black hole in the texture in the background there. Yeah, this game was not designed for full screen mode, as I keep saying. It's kind of what you get when you do a remastered, straight port of, a PSP game for Steam. Yeah, if only we had time for things like that now. Oh. And of course, Estelle's mind is on other things right now. You know, not as a couple or anything. Not really. Also, her dialogue is great. So, let's head on inside. Okay, so before we fill out the papers, I want to go over the checklist of things that we need to have before we leave this place. And this will in fact be the last checklist for the playthrough, I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, there is one more point of no return later, but anyway. So, checklist before leaving. For weapons, we should have the Spike Rod, Gurkha Knives, Craft Cannon, Bastard Edge, Octavian Stave, Demi-Handers, Cavalier Killer, and G-Impact. Also, Agate and Zin starting weapons, but there's no way to miss those. For armor, Metal Jacket, Black Coat, and especially, I'm just gonna double check to see if I have this one, actually. Work Jumpsuit. This one is very easy to miss. Make sure you get this before leaving the Zeis region. For books, you should have Liberl News issues 6 and 7, and you should have Carnelia up to 8. And for food, there's quite a lot of food here. You should have rotini pasta, black pepper soup, seasonal tart, tomato sandwich, which comes from a side quest, by the way, bouillabaisse plus, fluffy spring egg, fruity milk, specialty eggnog, monster sushi, pot of meat, hellfire eggs. I think I actually missed veggie hot pot in my notes. I'm pretty sure you need that as well. That's from Elmo Hot Springs. Yeah, no, here it is, wild veggie pot. Yep, I missed writing that down on my notes, so good thing I didn't miss that one. Okay, so just in case I missed something, I'm gonna make a separate save file here. And now let's fill out the paperwork. Both. Very much both. Oh boy, if only you knew. And Estelle's heart kind of explodes in her chest. Yeah, we'll have plenty of time to worry about that when there isn't a military coup going on. Remember the martial arts competition was foreshadowed all the way at the very beginning with the first issue of the Liberl News. Open to anyone, huh? Preliminaries start this afternoon, huh? This is an RPG, of course we're gonna end up taking part. Huh, and if the Queen's there in person, I think you can probably all see just how we're gonna secure our meeting with her. Or not, I guess they've already started. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because they know Agate's been involved with that whole, group, so maybe they're looking for braces. This could be bad. I had a feeling. We weren't gonna get away with this that easily. Oh, that's gonna make our situation even worse. That's not technically wrong. Oh, Estelle. You should have just said we need to deliver a letter to someone. That would have also been technically true. Granted, there are a lot of professors in this world, but still. And Estelle failed her persuasion check. This is why you let Joshua handle these things. He has a higher charisma modifier. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. It's totally not the exact opposite. I suppose these two are just doing their jobs. Let's play along with that whole professor slip-up, because like I said, there are several professors on this, in this country. Good thing we acquainted ourselves with this guy earlier. And yep, official mention of the fact that, yeah, when he said he was from North but not the Empire, Northumbria, that's the territory that he's from. Now, if you played Cold Steel, actually, you might not even know about that if you played Cold Steel. Basically, you have to have seen a certain special final bonding event in Cold Steel in order to see that info. But, yeah, Northumbria is important, let's just say. It's actually kind of important. It's not really relevant now, but it's a nice bit of world-building connection to the other games in the series. You'll definitely find out more about Northumbria if you're looking for the information later. And that's also technically true. And phew, saved at the last minute. Yeah, let's just quiet down for a moment. We're still in the gate. No, we probably would have been arrested if you hadn't, so definitely good on you for that. Interestingly, Joshua's not giving him the full story here. We still have to be very careful who we tell this information to. Oh yes, that. You were talking to us at the guild before. Everything went okay, except one of us kinda got shot, but he's fine now. Let me guess, this guy knows Cassius too, doesn't he? Isn't everyone at this point? Ah, yes, Yusuke syndrome once again. Well, finally we're actually bodyguarding him officially for once. It really isn't that far, don't worry. So, also that maid kind of showed up out of nowhere. While we're at the gates... Actually, never mind, I was mistaking it for a different gate. Because we're finally on the other side. So if we head through here... We'll be on Royal Avenue, the path that leads to Grancel. So, you've got two options here. You can either just go straight north to head to Grancel, or you can head east down the Scenic route. Now, I'm not going to be going through the Scenic route all that much at this point. Oh, also, we have a cutscene up here. Great, more soldiers. Don't worry, we weren't heading there anyway. The soldiers are getting very paranoid right now. Whether or not they're in on Richard's coup and are looking for anyone trying to take him down, or they're not and are just really on edge due to all the terrorist activity, we're not sure at this point. And yeah, Estelle doesn't even know what the Royal Villa is, so obviously we can't have been going there. So I think an earlier issue of the Liberal News mentioned that place is open to the public. It's not right now. And that's good because we're gonna need to take them. Yes, but who exactly are the bad guys? I wonder. Yeah, Alba, not exactly the best time to be going to Grancel, just saying. Although, you know, he kinda has RPG protagonist logic. Joshua was just trying to skirt around that issue. Remember that Albert is a civilian. He doesn't need to know this right now. We have to be very, very careful what we tell people because info can leak more easily than you'd think. People, you know, talk to other people naturally as part of their lives. That's why the fewer people know about this right now, the better. So what I was saying is that you can actually go down the Scenic route, which leads to the Royal Villa. And we're gonna just quickly go there. You might also recognize this was actually the area that we saw in the intro cutscene with Chloe. I really like the look of this place, but there are some chests in here. We'll be coming back for those later. This area is also where the Shining Poms are for this chapter, so if you want to find these Shining Poms, then yeah, you need to go here. Before we do anything else though, I'm going to just skip straight through this place to the other side, because there's something for us down there. It probably is, and well, that's a fancy sign. I mean, you can try checking out the Royal Villa if you want, but there's not really much point. We just get stopped by a locked door. We'll be coming back here at some point during the story, but getting the chest there is a little bit awkward, let's just say, but it is still possible, so I'm going to leave fully exploring this place until later on. But like I said, for now though, we actually do have to go through here because, well, you'll see. It's funny, that looks like it should lead somewhere, but it doesn't. And out here, we're back in the Royal Avenue. We want to keep heading down here, not into that thing. Especially when we have an NPC helping us. Well, that is actually a new enemy, a Marsh Chupacabra. Chupacabra, I can't pronounce that properly. And it says it has petrifying tentacles, so good thing we have, yeah, good thing we have access to status immunity right now. Don't you, oh, you idiot. I knew you'd do that. I did that mostly for you, you know. Well, we can at least get this thing in our monster log. Oh, and the irony, I petrified you. It's worth a decent amount of experience, too. Okay, so if we head this way... I may as well fight that thing, too, to get into my logbook. This here is not a Primarina, but it sounds like it. So, yes, it has an earth-reflecting shell, just like the ones earlier in the game. So, none of this is going to work. And see if Cloak and Dagger will eliminate one of them. They have very low HP, thankfully, and pretty bad physical defense. And nice one, Joshua levels up. Also, a pretty good amount of Seepeth from them, too. So, through here, do you remember this place from all the way back at the beginning of the game? This gate is situated on the border between the Grancel and the Roland regions. So, we actually came here at the very beginning of the game to quickly grab a recipe. But if we come here now and go to the second floor... we get Carnelia Chapter 9. Another way that this game rewards you for going out of your way to explore every place that you have access to. And so, down Royal Avenue we go. This really was the scenic route. Oh, great, these things. I'm gonna have, I have things to say about these things later on, but in groups of one, they're really not that bad. Hillside B. I don't like these things. And not just because they get in my eyes, no. You'll see later, trust me. You'll see much later. Let's just say that they normally show up in groups way bigger than that. One is fine, one is nothing, but... yeah, yeah, they're also scarily fast in large numbers. So, yeah, this is actually where we would have come out if we headed north immediately from Sanctime Gate, so that really was a scenic route. But, here we are, past that bird thing. And here is this area where Chloe was accosted by Colonel Richard. Through this gate is the royal capital, Grancel, and I will see you next time when we enter.